Trudy Wiltshire. I'm here in Virginia Beach with local teen band ZigZag.
Hi, we're ZigZag.
Let's get to know ZigZag. I will be interviewing each member of the band individually about their life in music. Up first, we'll be talking with Celine Brass. Celine plays keys and is the lead vocalist in ZigZag.
Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world.
So Celine, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, Trudy, I'm in 9th grade, and on top of singing and playing keyboards in ZigZag, I also play the oboe in my school band. I also like to play basketball, and some of my favorite bands are Journey and Bruce Springsteen.
So, how old were you when you started playing music?
When I was 5, I started taking classical keyboard lessons, piano lessons.
What made you want to play piano?
Well, actually, it was at first my older brother who started playing piano, and I saw him playing the piano, and then I started picking it up, and I really liked it, so they started me on it too.
So, what do you do when you're not playing music?
Well, I also play basketball and soccer, so I love to do that.
So you're obviously very passionate about music, Celine. So, how has music affected your life?
Well, on top of singing and playing keyboards in ZigZag, I also attend a local performing arts high school. And basically how that works is after I go to my regular school, I take a bus over to that school. And then I have an extra 3 hours of music every day. And so it's played a huge impact on my life, you know. Through music I've met lots of new people, and it's also one of the things where, like, music is what gets me through the day. It helps me relieve stress and everything, and it's what I want to be doing for the rest of my life.
Alright, well that sort of answered my next question about how do you want to include music in your future. So, do you want to go further into that?
Sure. Well, there are a couple schools I really like, and I think it would be great to go to Juilliard, but if I don't make it there, I also like Indiana University, and I want to get my PhD in music and then become a music professor.
Up next, we'll be speaking with Brendan Vacris. Brendan plays rhythm guitar in ZigZag. Okay, so Brendan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I like to play sports such as basketball and football and baseball, but right now I'm really into fantasy football.
So Brendan, how old were you when you first started playing music?
Well, I was about 6 when I started taking classical piano lessons because my brother was playing piano and I like my brother.
Awesome. Well, when did you start playing guitar, since you play that in the band?
About 2 years ago, last summer, or 2 summers ago.
What made you want to play guitar?
Well, I don't know. I wanted to start something new because piano was starting to get a little old and I want to try a new instrument.
Alright. So Brendan, what do you think about the music programs being cut out of schools?
Well, I think it's a disappointment that they would do such a thing because music helps out with all sorts of subjects like math and science. But, I mean, I guess their thinking is it's the first one to go in tough times. But I think it's not a very smart move.
Absolutely. Up next, we'll be speaking with Madeline Brass. Madeline is the drummer for ZigZag. So Madeline, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 13 years old and I'm in 8th grade and I like to play soccer and run.
What's it like to be a girl drummer?
Well, when I tell people that I play drums, they get a surprised look on their face. But I really like it, and I like it because it's kind of a different instrument for girls to play.
How has music affected your life?
Well, it's really been giving me a chance to do something different and have fun, and I also play percussion in my school band, so it's really a fun thing for me to do.
Next, we will be speaking with Julian Brass. Julian plays lead guitar in ZigZag.
Julian Brass, everybody!
So Julian, tell us about yourself.
Well, other than playing in ZigZag, I also enjoy playing in the school band at Kemp's Landing. I play the trumpet. And I also enjoy playing sports such as soccer, football, tennis, and basketball.
So Julian, what's your favorite type of music to play?
My favorite type of music to play is definitely classic rock. Classic rock is actually my favorite music to listen to also.
Well, do you have a favorite band or favorite inspiration?
I do. Angus Young is my biggest inspiration on guitar, and my favorite bands include The Who and Bruce Springsteen and the Rolling Stones.
Well, Julian, what do you think about music programs being cut from the schools?
Hold this a sec.
This should be interesting.
This is what I think about music programs being cut from schools.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Yeah.
So explain your reasoning behind this.
Well, you know, music can be a big part of one's life. It's definitely a big part of mine and everyone in the band. And it actually can improve test scores. It's a lot of joy, and your life is empty without it.
Finally, we'll be speaking with Jack Redcliffe. Jack is the bassist and backup vocalist for ZigZag.
Everyone get ready for Jack Redcliffe on harmonica!
So Jack, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm 14 years old. I play in the Great Neck Middle School Orchestra. I enjoy surfing in my free time, playing golf, skimboarding, and longboarding. I hang out with friends daily. Music is a big part of my life. I'm either listening to it, playing it, or anywhere in between, really. I mean, that's it.
What's the hardest part about being in a band?
Well, I gotta say, like, the hardest part would have to be the commitment part of it, but I mean, since, like, it's one of the funnest things to do, and it's just all worth it in the end, and I mean, it's not that hard, really, to commit my time to it.
Yeah. When did you start playing bass, and why?
I started playing bass about 2 years ago because Mr. Brass gave me a phone call saying, hey, we're making a band, do you want to play bass? We don't know anyone that does. So I said, yeah, sure. And then it just kind of started from there. And
So Jack, how has music affected your life?
it's given me like a great outlet, and it's really just like been there for me. Like if I'm like having a bad day or something, I can just like play bass for a little bit, and then it just like brightens my day up like a ton. And it's just like great. I mean, especially like even playing in the orchestra. I mean, I know I'm a huge rock and roll fan, but I mean, it's great. I mean, school is chill and all, but I mean, like, it's not my favorite thing. Like, so it's nice to have music in the middle.
Yeah. And you mentioned you like rock and roll. What are some of your favorite bands and inspirations in music?
I gotta say my biggest inspiration in music is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then one of my favorite bands is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Ramones, Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
All right. So, ZigZag, as a band, do you guys get along well?
Yeah, we're all just like super tight, great friends, just always hanging out there for each other. It's great.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm sure for the band to work well, they need to be friends, get along.
And being in a band is also one of those things where if one of us is missing, the rest of us can definitely tell. The music just doesn't sound the same. So we really learned that, each of us is important. Yeah. We're a team, and if someone doesn't do their part, then the whole team is affected.
And like it's noticed, and we can't function. We need each other for like it all like rubs off on each other, and we need each other.
This concludes our interview with ZigZag. Thanks for watching.